man, I just started this live stream and I didn't grab a knife. Thankfully, I got one though. That being said, I didn't grab a proper set of nippers. So hopefully nothing's too drastic that I need. Wait a minute for a couple people to get here. Doing a vertical stream today because we're just doing it live. I'm unboxing some stuff. But anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. For you people watching this in the future, just how much. Kind of don't know how many people actually watch these things like after the fact. Because certain live streams, it seems like, unless it's like the how-to stuff, tends to hover around the same part. But hey, Art. Hey, Godzilla Short. Hope you guys' evening's going well. It's not going to be a super long live stream today. Pretty much like I said, just going to unbox some stuff. Just excited that my turtles came in. So I think this is the last of the Ronin stuff that I have currently on pre-order. Was the Ghost Ronin set, which you can see. Sweet packaging. I'm debating on opening. Well, I'm probably going to open them. I don't know if I'm going to display them, though. So I'm debating on putting them back in the box because I just actually really dig this packaging. I think it's super sweet. NECA, I think 2. I think I'm at 2 now. I only own 2. I have the video game one, and I think I still have the American version of the 54. I think that's pretty much it. I've sold every other one, even my 24-inch one, because I have so many other 2014 figures. Because like I said, with NECA, I liked them, but I wasn't in love with them nearly as much as like my Monster Arts or Bandai finals. I just thought they were fine for the most part. Like high has gone far above and beyond what we ever got with the NECA figures. So, like I said, I was one of those people, like, when they ended up getting up the license, I wasn't super upset, but they were getting better as time went on. Like eBay, quite a few on eBay, some on Instagram, because I sometimes will post some toys that I'm selling on Instagram. So some went on there, Facebook, sold a couple. Some of them got used for commissions. So they were wanting to get a certain figure done that I already had the figure of here. So I was like, well, I had the figure. So if you just want to pay me for the figure, I will just use this one instead and save yourself some money because you know to ship it to me. Kind of worked out. But like I said, so far, so out of the package, we got the last Ronin Turtles is what came in. One that I'm not opening, just so excited to get it in, is the Street Fighter Vega figure. I don't know, like I really want to display these guys sometime out of the package. Because I've messed with a couple of them out of the package. I no problem, Godzilla. But I just really love the way they come displayed in like the arcade cabinet with the background from the levels and such. It's just such a cool design. You know, like the main reason I want to open this is just so I can put the mask on and put it back in the package. Because like that's Vega, right? I don't want to see his face. Now that we mentioned that, I might do that. Just bust him out and put on the. Well, I don't think you can put the one. Like I'd have to swap the head out, and I think if I swap the head out, the hair's permanently stuck. I did just see that. It's all popped up on Facebook. Looks sweet. Probably the one I'm least excited about in terms of like new kaijus. It's cool. And I'm gonna grab it because it's a new mold, but it's like my least favorite out of the legendary kaijus that they could have done. Like Scylla, however you say it. I think I'm definitely more excited for the giant spider crab dude. And the fill in my random niche anime stuff, which we'll probably open first because this stuff will go by pretty quick. Got 2 dress up darling ones with them in the what is it called? Black Lady? Their detailed elegance line. It's two of the characters from Dress Up Darling in outfits that you see in the show, so I thought they were sweet. And because random bunny girl fixation, we got Roxy from Jobless Reincarnation, which I figured this was going to be a small figure. It is a really small figure. So we're going to start. Actually, I'll just start with this one. So we'll just plow through the anime ones because I'm just opening these just so I can put them on the shelf. And then if enough people like comment that they want to see this stuff in videos, I'll do videos. Where's her head? Okay, it's behind the figure. I was just like, I opened it up, like, something seems askew. I don't know what. Oh, that's great. Why is her head up? Is it just the same but just packaging? Oh. My wallet's not bad right now. It's gonna be horrible and not that long though, because Legion should be showing up here in the next couple weeks. I'm looking forward to it and also not looking forward to it. So I'm like, I finally saved up some like a little bit of money in my savings in my bank account. That's gonna be going. That's funny. Clear coat on the costume could be better. It's a little splotchy. I do like that it's like kind of unzipping on the one side though. That's kind of sweet. Oh yeah, no, that head for sure. Oh my god. Like sometimes you get some of these that they'll have the heads removed on them, but it's like still somewhere in the packaging. God, that face though. All right, how do I peg it in? It goes in a certain direction. Oh man, that head sculpt. I mainly got it just because I like the character Roxy. Again, got the Bunny Girl shelf, so I thought it'd be an awesome inclusion. But this is probably like the most provocative looking one out of the whole lot, with like the pose and the way the mouth looks. Because I think it's supposed to be like embarrassed yelling, maybe even like surprised. To me, it kind of comes off a little bit more of an R rating, if you get my drift. But thankfully, this stuff in particular, I got through Big Bad because the turtle set, I probably should have got through Entertainment Earth because I could have got free shipping out of the bunch. But I already had like some stuff hanging on my pile of loot because Entertainment Earth doesn't always get the import figures that I like. So I had that. Then I had Vega because I had pre-order through them. It's usually I could find them locally, but I haven't seen the Vega, so he's hanging out. Oh, she's actually a pretty good size. There's it top fell off, and I found it between its fins. You talking about the head, or the dorsal spine that because what it's got the two dorsal spines in the top section that are a little bit hard to keep on. So it goes in like so. Maybe. There we go. This one's pretty sweet because these are essentially like the Crane Game prize figures that you'd find in Japan. This one's really sweet though. Outfit looks good. The one thing actually I didn't mention about the Roxy, but she has like translucent hair. which is kind of sweet. This one's definitely on the solid side, but digging it quite a bit. The nice thing is they're actually relatively. Yeah, talk about the top fin. But with these price figures, they're relatively cheap. Like even with the tariff surcharges and whatnot, they're still like within the realm of reason. No, I wouldn't try importing them at the moment, but like buying them through like a stateside distributor, only paying a few extra bucks. And some of these companies, like I feel like I'm fine with paying a little bit extra because like for instance, like the B style bunny figure, not the B style, the Taito bunny figures, because they're like much larger figures and they actually have like different materials and such. I think those figures are great, and I probably should be paying a little bit more for this. Like they're probably like in terms of like anime statue, pretty good bang for your buck. Oh, okay. I was looking around, like I feel like she should have a display. Wow, she's actually really big. Especially for not the biggest stand. Oh, that outfit's got some plumage. I like this one quite a bit. This one's actually really sweet. The outfit's actually translucent, which is nice. Sort of similar to the show because you could kind of see her. I don't know what to call that. It's like a corset. The undersection of the dress you could see. Some of those lines, like animes, like I really like, and I've been trying to get at least like one version of a look from the show. And currently, I actually don't have just a normal version of her. I have the pop. I think it's the Pop Parade. I got a pre-order, and her in the succubus outfit. Aaron in the succubus outfit. But none of those have released yet, which is kind of odd because like these guys have all showed up. Oh no, that's a lie. No, I think I got one with the succubus already. Yeah, I do. It's probably the biggest figure I've got of her though. Yeah, no, it looks really sweet. It's even got some texturing on the outfit, which looks really good too. It's got the dual colored eyes. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. I think it was like $30. Pretty good size too, to be fair. So that was all the quick ones. Now that I'll say, is Ultra still in here? Hey, Sal. So somebody commented like, "Hey, right? We got all. This is Nintendo at its finest." Tried to get Casey to play it a while back, and not the easiest. I got the Turtles in Time arcade cabinet. I got her. She could move the characters around at least. She's been really into the Bluey game though on my Xbox. So I'll be like upstairs trying to play Helldivers, and she'd be like, Bluey. Like, but I gotta spread democracy, baby. Like I said, I don't normally open these, but I really, really want Vega wearing his mask because it bugs me that he doesn't. Okay, how can I pop this out without having to go too drastic? There's a bit of tape there. Yeah, like I said, she's played a little bit now, and she's getting a little bit better about moving the character around. She hasn't quite gotten using the buttons to give him the jump. But yeah, I'm all for playing games and stuff like that. Like I was like growing up, like especially for me growing up, like I got into gaming pretty young too. Like I was probably around 5 when we got like the Super Nintendo, 5, 6. And then my grandparents had like the Nintendo and stuff, so we were over there playing games all the time too. So like I'm all for the children playing. What's this nice too is like they get into the gaming and such. That I got easily distracted by trying to read comments. Alright, this is peeled off. But if I could get her in the gaming, it's something that we could do together, which I think is something fun. Trying to get her to watch some of the giant monster movies hasn't worked out yet because the problem with watching Godzilla movies right now is they don't have singing. If I can get more singing out of the Godzilla movies, I probably should get her to watch Mothra. She might like Mothra. But unless it's got some kind of musical number in it, it's hard to get her to keep attention on it. Hey, Acid Productions. I really don't want to take out the... The problem is he's kind of attached in. And I'm going to have to like fully remove them to get them out. Also, probably don't recommend using God nippers to collect the plastic, but it's life we're living right now. All right, Vega is free. Oh, he's actually got cloth on him. That's actually really sweet. I don't know why. For some odd reason, I hadn't looked super hard inside the packaging and did not realize that wasn't plastic. Okay, so the other mask is probably not doable. Yeah, I haven't seen the newest episode. The one actually, yeah, the newest episode I haven't watched yet. Trying to remember what today is. Well, so far I've been relatively enjoying it. It's got some ups and downs a little bit. Oh, this is squishy. Wasn't expecting squishy. Squishy ain't gonna fit either. I know this is like mainly meant for him to hold. Oh, I was hoping. To be fair, that hair flexes. Okay, we'll use the other one. It's been a lot better than I thought it was going to be because I was wholeheartedly expecting that show to be a train wreck, and it has been really enjoyable. Like even some of the nitpicks that people have been having about it, I don't really got that much of a problem with. If anything, it's just pretty much like the kids in the synthetic bodies. It's a little weird to me, but it works in the realm of aliens. And it's an interesting workaround. Because now you got these kids in new synthetic bodies. They're naive, which gets them into trouble. It's like when the one kid's talking to the android over the neck radio thing, and it's just like, it's going to be a bad time. But it makes sense. Oh, there we go. All right, Vega's better now. We can put him back in the package. I'm surprised he didn't come. Like, I'm very happy he comes with an extra face. One without the mask because you do see it. Especially after he gets beat up so many times. Now hopefully I can kind of wedge this back into the spot. And be able to close this still. Alright. We're live. Have a good one, Acid. Back in. No, you guys aren't seeing this too well. Just trying to cram him back in the box without his hair being too much in the way. Alright, that's pretty good. Prefer his head to be a little straighter. I'm glad his hair is so flexible. That is helping quite a bit. Okay, now this all goes back in. Hopefully we're golden. Yeah. That's good enough for me. Better. Just the way Vega was intended. All right. Finally, onto the Ghost Brothers. So with the box, it does open up so you can see the translucent turtles on the inside. Only thing that's a little weird is it's like the younger turtles, which I do understand. It's when they died. So them being around like the much more like jacked up old Michelangelo. It's one of those like weird, like it's like slightly off-putting, but it works in the context. They all come with extra hands. I'm not gonna bother getting those out right now. Hello, nippers. One thing that is kind of nice about these turtles is for how much you pay for these things, they got some weight to them, which helps a lot. Because this set was, what, $110 for the 3? So you're figuring, what, you're 36-ish bucks? Oh, I was going to say, did I already get everything cut? I'm like, no, I missed the feet. Oh, yeah, I'm actually pretty stoked for those turtles, too. I was debating on getting the Super 7s, the two, fudge, when does that show come out? It's 2005 Turtles? 2005? Whichever of the ones of the newer ones they were doing. Because they were cool, but I didn't really watch that show too much, but I like the designs. But then, like, shortly thereafter, NECA announced that they were doing the 2012, and I love the 2012 show. So I am more than happy to like save a little bit of money and just get the turtles that I actually really like. And we're getting the Shredder. Plus, I like the April's cool. I would love the Karai, especially if they do Mutant Karai. Mutant Karai would be sweet. Holy cow! These guys are in there. It'd be cool to get some representation of the early 2000 Turtles. But like I said, I was more of a fan of the design of everything in the show than I was of the actual show. And it was just like when that show came out, it was just like a time when I just wasn't really watching at least those kind of cartoons. Like it was pretty much hard. Like if it wasn't anime, I probably wasn't watching it. And then the 2012 show came out at a good time. Man, I wish I would have got those Revoltex. I missed on those. It hurt my feelings a bit. But like I said, with the 2012 show, Jessica and I were like just getting back into collecting stuff. It's feeling it a good time to kind of get into the thing. Plus, we were watching like Transformers Prime at the time, which I also is one of my favorite Transformers shows too. So one thing I will say, it's kind of a negative on this, which I guess for the positive, the translucent looks really cool. They almost kind of got like a big Slimer vibe to me. Grabbing a light real quick just so you guys can kind of see the effect. The shell looks like the back shell's got a bit of translucentness to it. The front, I think, is translucent, but it looks like it's been painted over a bit, so it doesn't come through very well. But the backpack, like the sheath of the sword, are just the normal sheath of the sword. Ooh, the paint's kind of rough on this one too. It's very textured. But yeah, it's just translucent. I like 95% certain that they don't glow in the dark. It's kind of funny though. If you really look, you can see the joints inside the legs, which is cool. But detail wise, they look really nice. I love the panel lining on them, like the cartoon, like the comic book lines. The show off the muscle and the definition look really good. Also, like that each of the turtles are unique looking. So Donatello's got the goggles on the top with the strap. Raphael's probably the most basic looking of the bunch, but still really good. Yeah, I was gonna say I was pretty sure they didn't glow in the dark. Looking around for my team, our last Ronin figs. They hang on like the back corner over here. All right, Casey Jones, you gotta go down there for a minute. Grab my unarmored Ronin. Well, it's funny because it's like unarmored Ronin next to them. Looks really good. And then we got the naked one. Oh, where is the naked one? Where did he come from? Where did he go? I think he's in the back hiding somewhere. I'll probably end up reviewing these things, but him with these, I think, look really good. So overall, really happy with these. Joints seem pretty good. Nothing seems like I'm gonna break it, which is always a bonus. Because there's sometimes you'll get these and they'll have like the super tight joints and what have you. But this seems good. Even like the knee pads are their own separate pieces, so they can adjust a little bit. Yeah, really good buy. You guys are into Last Ronin stuff. It's one of those weird things where it's like you already probably got like all the characters. It's like this will be like the second version of the Leonardo that I have and one of each of the other guys. But for me, it's like a lot of the stuff that I really liked was like his interaction with the ghost when he's like, is he hallucinating? Does he actually see them? I think it's cool to have like some kind of representation of those scenes, which is really sweet. Hey, real Godzilla. Yeah. I think that's really all we're waiting on now. Is well, like, technically we don't have a Baxter. We don't have Baxter. We don't have Shredder. And well, you know, he's not technically called Shredder in it, but yeah. Well, yeah, we don't pretty much got the two, I would say, like main villains from the future. Technically, don't got April from that one. I'm trying to think if there's any other like major characters. Yeah, like we're already getting like the new turtles, and it's like, can we finish the first one? It'd be great. It's not as bad as High, we'll say that, but it would be cool. I wonder if they just don't think it's as cost effective, but like I need them though. Yeah, have a good one, Sal. Well, like I said, we're gonna kind of try to keep this short and sweet for the stream. Oh, sweet. Hey, you'll have to keep me informed on that one. Real Godzilla. Also, I know somebody commented about the Anguirus funny enough, I'm gonna probably once I get off here, the head worked really good. We got the head attached, looks good. Hands look good. So far, everything is going really smoothly with it. I gotta sculpt the end of the tail, and then sand down the parts where we chopped off the spikes. I want to sand them down just a little bit, just to kind of hide it and hopefully blend it in a little bit better, so it doesn't just look like a straight cut when I do the primering. So I'm going to try to do that relatively quickly, and then do this bit of sculpting that I got to do on at least the tummy part on the Ultra Kaiju that I always keep forgetting the thing's name from Ultraman Tiga. So that'll be the other thing I randomly work on too this before I head back upstairs and get Casey ready to go to grandma's and I got to go to bed because I got to be up super early for work. Good times. Good times. Keep telling myself that. It's good times. But yeah, so overall, Turtles are really sweet. Vega's solid. I don't think he's my favorite out of the Street Fighter ones. I actually liked playing him a lot as a kid. But I don't know. It's just like the coloring on him. He looks a little bit too pale to me. I think is like my only real gripe with it. Which I know on the whatever the pixel art, he's really bright looking, but I always felt like he was like more tan from a lot of the stuff. Probably the one I'm most impressed with is this one. The Sega Dress Up Darling of Marin. This one actually turned out really good. Especially for a prize figure. Like, it's got a couple of the prize figure problems where it's just like some of the paint isn't the smoothest, but acceptable. That is stocking, so it almost kind of works that it's a bit textured. But like the translucent's really sweet. Outfit looks good. It's got texture in the right spot. You, to be honest, sometimes you don't even get the texturing on them, especially like the Segas and whatnot. So, and it's also got relatively good size. It's always going to get a job. Job, get money. Money gets more figures. Like so. Granted, my job I currently have I don't make as much as I previously did. So a lot of my extra spending comes from commissions and whatnot, which is why I gotta try to get a couple of commissions done to help pay for Legion. So that's where I'm trying to pump out the Angerous ones really quick and get the Kaiju done, and I should be good after that. And then I can I still got other stuff to work on, but figures. Yeah, I'm working on like technically 3 Angerouses right now, to varying degrees of difficulty. The 55 being the hardest one. You can check out the previous live stream if you want to see the progress that we did on that. The Ultra Kaiju. Investing is a nice one. Yeah, it's probably not the best way to invest because some of the stuff, I know some people like to think of it as investment, but like how much they fluctuate in prices all up and down all the time, especially certain things being way more collectible than others. And then you have to worry about it. Is it going to stay collectible? Because I've had stuff that has been pretty expensive at certain points, not so expensive at now. So like I said, it's one of those things like you do it because you like it, and then hopefully you can make some money off of it at some point. Which, like I said, I've had like varying degrees of success at. Some stuff I made quite a bit of money on, end up getting rid of it eventually. Some of the stuff I hang on to is worth some stuff. Some of the stuff not worth so much. So the bootleg show of Ghidorah is good. Honestly, it's like if you're able to get that, I hate to say it, but you're probably better off getting that than the new Showa monster arts. Especially if you paint. If you paint, you're off to the races. But yeah, I probably should pre-order the Shredder. Well, I'll probably see it store though, so I'm not too worried about pre-ordering it. So hopefully. Problem is our local NECA rep is poopy, to say the least. Very inconsistent. Actually, in terms of financial toys things, Probably the one that hurts me the most is X Plus toys or the X Plus statues. So I remember those things were like expensive, period, in the aftermarket, and then like my Evangelion Godzillas, where they were like very, very expensive to get a hold of, and now they're like worth close to what I paid for them, and it sucks. Yeah, but like I said, our local Target's like hit and miss. We'll get the stuff in, but then again, I didn't even see like the Pee Wee Herman. I didn't even see that in stores. I saw that at a toy shop, but not at a Target, which kind of sucked. But anyways, you can almost defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys, like keep up the day what you don't donate. Greatly would appreciate it. You like the normal version? Which one do you like the normal version of? Oh, I was just talking about like the X Plus Evangelion Godzilla figures, the crossover figures. These ones. Oop, sorry. Wow. These guys up here. Because there was a time when he was like about a $30,000 figure, and he was like a little over $2,000, and he's like dipped below $1,000 to get a hold of. And I think you are kind of in the same boat. Last time I checked. Oh, the Showa Ghidorah. It's fine if you get it in, but if you got a little bit if you know how to paint, you put a little bit of metallic gold on it, like some gold rubbing buff, and paint the heads a little bit better. That thing looks great. Without it, it's like I say, it sucks that it's not metallic. Like I say, even just a little bit of like gold rubbing buff goes a long way on that figure. But like I said, we also got a Discord attached to our Patreon. So if you guys like to chat after the live streams, it's a good way to do that. It's $3 to get access to it. $1 gets you early access to the unimportant reviews when they go live. And there's other tiers as well. We got an Etsy shop where I got custom beams. Good way to get on me for commissions. Oh, you like the tin? Hey, if you like it, by all means. I just know, like, I repainted mine personally, which we have a video of. Which, if I was going to do it now, I would do it a little bit differently. But it's good enough the way it is. If anything, I'm still thinking about getting the legit Showa Ghidorah. So I might do something different with the bootleg. Debating on doing the red, white, and blue. That'd be kind of cool to do. Undecided. Between that or trying to make him look more like the actual 72. So he's a little beat up looking. That's the other one. Because I kind of want to make a custom piece where it's like the Godzilla stomping on his neck. So you can like lay him on the display case and have like a bent in neck. That's something I'm thinking about trying to make. But anyways, I'll see you guys next one. Oh yeah, also if you guys are looking to pick up figures, good spots, Entertainment Earth. You get the NECA Turtles there, Street Fighter Vega. Vega Turtles, yes, because you get free shipping. Vega, you could probably elsewhere, but Vega's sweet. You want to help to support the channel though, Entertainment Earth. If you're gonna get the highest stuff, like the Behemoth that just got announced, Cow Kiss is my go-to for that one, which I've had really good experience with them. So there's a link in the description for that. Prices tend to be a little bit more money, but that's what their prices include shipping. You can save 6% off your order code Steve Cow Kiss at checkout. Or you can still get them through Entertainment Earth if you don't mind waiting. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Well, actually, where's the X button? There it is. Bye-bye.